Meanwhile, back at racism headquarters, this is a video of this fitness lady. Her name is Jean, right? And I think it says just Jean. But she's watching this dude who's a fitness guy, an Australian guy. And he's talking about this black woman from South Africa who has a thin waist, huge, and he's trying to, he's wondering whether it's a BBL. And he's like, I've seen, women have genetics and they have, big glutes, but...
At first, you could easily go, well, she's African, she's got the genetics, there's lots of girls in Africa that look like this. But trust me, there isn't.
This looks like a BBL, and blah, blah, I go... And she says, who the f*** are you to be an expert on black women's bodies?
I'm so sorry, but sir, when did you become the connoisseur of what African bodies look like?
Which I totally agreed. I love when these people theorize and make these scientific evaluations about black people because, first of all, like I said, there are genetic advantages that Africans have and black people have. That's facts. Getting ripped. I know black women and black dudes that don't barely work out and they're ripped. And then if you put them on weight training, it's a wrap. It's over. When you give them weights and shit, it's a wrap. I know plenty of them. I mean, you look at track and field women. Look at black women that are track and field. Look at what they look like on some real shit. I'm not saying other women don't, aren't muscular, don't have good genetics, but overall is what I'm talking about. Overall, not every black dude has a big, but overall, you know what I'm saying? And so I just thought it was very arrogant of this dude. Hey, South African women have bodies like that. I was in South Africa and that is real. Her shit was no BBL. Of course there are exceptions. There are black women getting BBLs. I've seen them. Horrible BBLs, looking like a bug's life. Their legs don't match don't match that. But there are exceptions, but most of the people getting BBLs, a lot of are non-black women. That's facts. Africa is the most genetically diverse continent, period. All right? And I don't know, African women from all over, from Tanzania to Zimbabwe to Botswana, they look like that. It really does that. And then he goes, that's like an African going back to Africa to become wealthy.
There's some people that will go back to Africa or live in Africa and still be wealthy.
Like what? He said it's like, what's that analogy? It's still degrading Africans because you don't see them as human beings because you got it all. You see, and this is coming from an Australian who don't even Aborigines, you feel me? I had to throw that in there.
It sounds like you're saying because people live in Africa, the majority are poor, so people shouldn't get it twisted because some people do go back to Africa and do live in Africa and they can be wealthy. That in itself is such an ignorant statement to make, and it's at this point you should have just stopped talking. You're clearly not educated in African women physiques.
He was being very racist, very belittling, very degrading, which was uncalled for, and he thought because he's a fitness dude, he knows everything. Please, I know some brothers that'll bury you when it comes to fitness, real shit. I know dudes that just do pull-ups and shit that look way better than you. Anyway, I agree with you on that. It was really whack of him to say that because there are Africans that are wealthy, period. Africa's not this poor country that you keep showing on your TV because there's poverty everywhere. And Africa, by the way, is probably the richest continent on the planet because all of your people seem to come there and live there and steal everything from there too. Just to let you know that. So just wanted to let you know, you guys let me know your opinion on this. You know what I'm saying?